Hello, my name is Sydney Gleason, and before we begin today, I would like to share 5 random facts with you. First, banging your head against a wall burns 150 calories per hour. Second, heart attacks are more likely to happen on a Monday. Third, an average person's annual fast food intake will contain 12 public hairs. Fourth, a sheep, a duck, and a rooster were the first passengers on a hot air balloon. And lastly, 33,000 people every year will lose their lives at the hands of a gun. This past year, our country experienced the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. On June 12, 2016, a 29-year-old security guard opened fire in a gay nightclub in Orlando, Florida, killing 49 people and wounding 53. July 20, 2012, 12 people were shot and 58 were injured at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. December 14, 2012, 20 kids and 6 adults were shot in Sandy Hook Elementary School. September 16, 2013, 12 people were killed and 3 people were injured in Washington, D.C. We see gun violence all over the news, whether it be the latest school shooting and what seems to be like a never-ending string, or a civilian shot by a policeman shot by a civilian, or a toddler who was just playing. An 18-year-old male named Kai Khalifa realized this problem of gun violence and decided he needed to do something about it, so he invented what's called a smart gun. This gun was the first gun invented that scans the user's fingerprint before the trigger can be pulled. The scanner will read the fingerprint, and if it finds a match, the user will have full access to the firearm. If the database has no match, the user will not be able to access the gun, and the gun will automatically be turned off. Another gun that was invented is called the Armatix Smart Gun. This gun is a little different, and it requires a watch to be in range of the gun before the trigger can be pulled. If the gun is triggered and then leaves the radius of the watch's signal, the gun will automatically deactivate itself. The main question that people are asking is America ready for smart gun technology? The answer is yes, and here is why. Smart guns would help reduce gun violence by preventing the guns from getting into the wrong hands. They could stop suicides from happening, and they could prevent little kids from shooting a family member just because they were playing. According to TriggerSmart, each gun owner has approximately 3 guns. 1 in 3 people have a gun in their home. Of those people, 41% said that they would consider swapping their current gun for a smart gun. 51% of people are in favor of smart guns being required by law. 87% of gun dealers said that they should be allowed to sell smart guns in their shop. People argue that smart guns are dangerous because the whole setup is based upon relying on technology to work. Every electronic device requires a power source. It's the same with smart guns. Because of the setup of a smart gun, if an emergency were to arise and the battery were to be dead on the smart gun, you would not be able to have access to the gun when it was needed. These issues are a concern, but they are also preventable. For example, we can create an electric device that is more convenient and more reliable. We can create a battery that can last for longer, and we can store the gun so it is always charging when it's not in use. So even though smart gun technology hasn't hit the market and isn't ready for public use, it is definitely making its way. Gun violence is a huge problem that happens all over the world. 33,000 people every year lose their lives at the hand of a gun. Smart gun technology is not a guarantee. There is no guarantee that this will stop mass shootings, stop little kids from becoming murderers, or stop suicides. However, there is a chance. Every minor step we take to making smart gun technology happen is a step closer we get to lowering the number of deaths and the number of stories we hear on the news about the latest shooting.